Bioluminescence in marine life is a fascinating phenomenon, occurring in various organisms such as jellyfish, certain species of fish, and even some bacteria. It's the ability of these creatures to produce light through chemical reactions in their bodies. The light is usually blue or green, which is effective in water, as these colors travel the farthest through ocean depths. This natural light serves different purposes, including attracting mates, deterring predators, and luring prey, creating a captivating display in the dark depths of the ocean. For instance, the anglerfish uses a bioluminescent lure to attract smaller fish, while some jellyfish emit light as a defense mechanism to startle predators or signal danger to others. Interestingly, bioluminescence is not exclusive to the deep sea. It can also be found in coastal waters, where phytoplankton, tiny marine plants, light up the ocean at night, creating stunning displays known as sea sparkle. This reaction is often triggered by movement in the water, such as waves or disturbances, resulting in a beautiful glow, mesmerizing anyone lucky enough to witness it. Additionally, some organisms, like the firefly squid, exhibit bioluminescence in patterns, which can be a form of communication, signaling to others of their kind. The study of bioluminescence has intrigued scientists for years, leading to various applications, including advancements in medical research and environmental monitoring. Researchers have harnessed the light-emitting properties of certain bioluminescent organisms for use in bioassays, which help detect pollutants in water, making it a valuable tool in ecology. Moreover, understanding how these organisms produce light could lead to breakthroughs in lighting technology, offering sustainable alternatives to traditional electric lights. Despite its beauty and utility, bioluminescence remains an area ripe for exploration, as many marine species have yet to be studied thoroughly. The mysteries of the deep ocean, which houses the majority of bioluminescent organisms, continue to captivate scientists and enthusiasts alike, offering endless possibilities for discovery. As we learn more about these glowing wonders of the sea, we uncover not only the secrets of marine life, but also insights into the delicate balance of our ecosystems, reminding us of the importance of preserving these natural habitats, which are crucial for the survival of countless species. Ball lightning is one of nature's most intriguing phenomena, often described as glowing, spherical objects that can appear during thunderstorms. Despite being reported for centuries, scientists still struggle to understand its exact nature and cause. Witnesses describe ball lightning as floating or moving erratically, sometimes passing through solid barriers, which adds to its mysterious reputation. Some people have even claimed that it can explode, causing damage or setting fire to surroundings, which raises the question of whether it is a physical object or a type of energy. One of the challenges in studying ball lightning is that it is rare and unpredictable, making it difficult to observe in controlled conditions. Many theories have been proposed over the years, ranging from the idea that it is a type of plasma, to suggestions that it could be related to chemical reactions involving silicon and other elements in the atmosphere. Some researchers believe that ball lightning could be a manifestation of a more complex interaction of electrical fields during thunderstorms, creating these luminous spheres. Interestingly, a few scientists are exploring the connection between ball lightning and quantum physics, suggesting that it might involve principles that are not yet fully understood. For instance, some experiments have shown that ball lightning could be created in laboratory settings using high-energy electrical discharges, which hints that it may be possible to replicate the conditions that produce it. However, these lab-created versions often differ from the natural occurrences reported by witnesses, leading to even more questions about what makes ball lightning unique. Another aspect of ball lightning that captivates researchers is its historical context. There are numerous records of sightings throughout history, from ancient texts to modern-day accounts, which highlight how people across different cultures have interpreted these mysterious events. Some ancient cultures viewed ball lightning as a sign from the gods, while more recent theories have tried to explain it scientifically, leading to a fascinating blend of folklore and scientific inquiry. Despite advancements in technology and understanding of atmospheric phenomena, ball lightning remains a subject of ongoing research. Scientists continue to analyze reports and gather data, hoping to unlock the secrets behind this elusive and enigmatic phenomenon. The quest to fully understand ball lightning not only challenges our scientific knowledge, but also sparks curiosity and wonder about the natural world, reminding us that there is still so much to learn about the mysteries surrounding us. St. Elmo's fire is a fascinating atmospheric phenomenon that often captures the imagination. It occurs during thunderstorms and is typically seen on the tips of pointed objects, such as ship masts, church steeples, or even the wings of airplanes. This phenomenon is named after Saint Erasmus of Formia, who is the patron saint of sailors, and it's often mistaken for lightning or other weather-related events. When St. Elmo's fire happens, it creates a bluish or violet glow, which is the result of a process called corona discharge, where the air becomes ionized due to the electrical field present in thunderstorms. This ionization allows electricity to escape from the surface of the object, forming a visible light, and while it may seem alarming, St. Elmo's fire is actually a sign that a strong electric field is present rather than a dangerous electrical discharge. Sailors throughout history have often viewed this phenomenon as a good omen, believing it to be a protective sign from the heavens, and many have reported that seeing St. Elmo's fire gave them a sense of comfort during treacherous storms at sea. Interestingly, St. Elmo's fire can occur at altitudes where lightning does not, making it a unique aspect of atmospheric electricity. In addition to sailors, pilots have also witnessed this phenomenon while flying through stormy weather, experiencing the ethereal glow on the edges of their aircraft, which can be both awe-inspiring and unsettling. The phenomenon, while visually stunning, is relatively harmless, and it serves as a reminder of the incredible power of nature and the complex interactions occurring within our atmosphere. In some cultures, St. Elmo's fire has been seen as a symbol of the divine, often associated with spiritual protection or guidance. This connection to the mystical aspect of nature has led to various interpretations and folklore surrounding the phenomenon, adding to its allure. As scientists continue to study atmospheric electricity, they gain a deeper understanding of phenomena like St. Elmo's fire, revealing the intricate balance between science and the awe-inspiring beauty of our natural world. And while it may not be as widely known as other meteorological events, St. Elmo's fire remains a captivating topic for those interested in the wonders of our atmosphere. Bloodfalls, a striking and eerie feature located in Antarctica, has captured the imagination of scientists and explorers alike. This unique occurrence is found in the Taylor Glacier, near the McMurdo Dry Valleys, an area known for its extreme conditions and stunning landscapes. The bright red color of the water flowing from the glacier is what gives Bloodfalls its name, and it has intrigued researchers for many years, leading to various studies to uncover its secrets. The source of the red water is a combination of iron oxide, which is essentially rust, mixed with salty water that has been trapped beneath the glacier for thousands of years. This water is rich in iron and other minerals, creating a distinct reddish hue when it comes into contact with oxygen. As the glacier slowly moves, it creates fissures, allowing this ancient water to seep out, creating a vivid contrast against the stark white ice and the deep blue of the surrounding landscape. The phenomenon is a stunning reminder of the unique geological processes that shape our planet, showcasing how life can thrive in the most unexpected places. Interestingly, the water from Bloodfalls is not just a beautiful visual. It also provides insights into life in extreme environments. Microbial life has been discovered in these salty, iron-rich waters, demonstrating how organisms can adapt to survive in conditions that would be inhospitable for most living things. These extremophiles, as they are called, offer valuable clues about the potential for life on other planets, as scientists study how life might exist in similar harsh conditions elsewhere in the universe. Moreover, Bloodfalls serves as a natural laboratory for understanding climate change and its effects on glacial environments. Researchers closely monitor the glacier and the flow of the water, as changes in temperature and ice melt can impact the ecosystem around it. The study of blood falls not only sheds light on the past, but also helps scientists predict future changes in our environment, making it a crucial site for ongoing research. In addition to its scientific significance, Blood Falls has also become a popular destination for adventurous travelers who are drawn to its otherworldly appearance and the rugged beauty of Antarctica. While visiting this remote location is not easy, it offers a once-in-a-lifetime experience for those who make the journey, allowing them to witness firsthand the wonders of one of the most untouched places on Earth. The contrast of the crimson water against the icy landscape creates a surreal scene, making it a favorite subject for photographers and nature enthusiasts. Blood Falls, therefore, stands as a compelling example. The sailing stones of Death Valley are one of nature's most fascinating phenomena, capturing the imagination of many curious minds. These large rocks, some weighing hundreds of pounds, seem to move across the dry lakebed of Racetrack Playa, leaving long trails behind them, yet no one witnesses them in motion. The mystery of how these stones travel across the flat, barren landscape has puzzled scientists and visitors alike for decades. Recent studies have provided some insight into this phenomenon. It appears that the stones move only under very specific conditions. When the surface of the playa gets wet, usually from rare rain or melting ice, it creates a thin layer of water that allows the stones to glide over the slick mud below. During the night, when temperatures drop, ice can form around the stones, and as the sun rises, the ice melts, causing the stones to shift. Light winds can also play a role, pushing the stones ever so slightly, allowing them to leave their remarkable trails. Interestingly, researchers have used GPS technology to track the movement of these stones, confirming that they can travel several meters over a period of time, sometimes even more than 200 feet in a single season. This movement is incredibly slow, often taking years for stones to shift even a short distance, and one can only imagine the excitement when a visitor stumbles upon a freshly moved stone, wondering just how long it took to make that journey. The sailing stones have become a popular subject in geology and are often used to illustrate the complex interactions between environmental factors, such as temperature, moisture, and wind. People travel from all over the world to witness this natural wonder, intrigued by the idea that something so simple as a rock can create such a mystery. The phenomena continue to inspire countless theories, tales, and even myths, making Death Valley a unique destination for adventurers and scientists alike, all eager to understand the secrets hidden within this harsh yet beautiful landscape. As you walk along Racetrack Playa, the vastness of the desert surrounds you, and it's hard not to feel a sense of awe, knowing that these stones have been silently gliding across the earth for thousands of years, leaving their mark and reminding us of the power and mystery of nature. Ice circles, also known as ice disks, are fascinating natural phenomena that occur in rivers and lakes, often captivating those who witness them. These circular formations of ice can be quite large, sometimes measuring several feet in diameter, and they typically float on the surface of the water. The process behind their formation is both intriguing and a bit mysterious, though scientists have managed to explain how they come to be. Ice circles generally form in slow-moving sections of rivers, where the water flows with less turbulence. As temperatures drop, the water begins to freeze, but certain conditions allow for the creation of these smooth, round shapes. The ice forms around a central point, often where there is a slight obstruction in the water, like a rock or a cluster of debris. As the water continues to flow, it carries small bits of ice that gradually accumulate, and the circular motion caused by the current helps to shape the ice into a disk. The phenomenon can be enhanced by the presence of a vortex, which is created when the water flows around an obstacle, causing the ice to spin. This spinning motion is vital, as it helps to keep the ice smooth and round. Over time, additional layers of ice can build up, further solidifying the circle, and sometimes giving it a thickness that allows it to remain intact even as the water continues to flow. Interestingly, ice circles have been observed in various locations around the world, with some of the most famous sites being in places like the United States, particularly in states like Minnesota and in Canada. They often attract attention from both scientists and photographers, as the sight of these perfectly formed disks can be visually stunning. In some cases, people have even reported ice circles that appear to rotate slowly, adding to their allure and mystery. While ice circles are a natural occurrence, they are relatively rare, appearing under specific conditions, and their formation can vary from year to year based on weather patterns and local environmental factors. The scientific community has studied these phenomena to better understand the dynamics of river systems, the behavior of ice, and the effects of climate on these natural occurrences. What's particularly interesting is how ice circles serve as a reminder of nature's beauty and complexity. They showcase the delicate balance of temperature, water flow, and environmental conditions that can lead to such unique formations. Observing an ice circle can inspire curiosity about the natural world, encouraging people to learn more about the science behind these and other natural phenomena. The next time you see one of these captivating, the Catatumbo lightning is a fascinating natural phenomenon occurring in Venezuela at the mouth of the Catatumbo River, where it meets Lake Maracaibo. This extraordinary weather event is known for its consistency, as it can happen for up to 260 nights a year, producing thousands of lightning strikes each night. What makes it even more intriguing is that this lightning is not just occasional flashes. It can light up the sky for several hours, creating a spectacular light show that has captivated scientists and tourists alike. The reason for this unique phenomenon lies in the geographical and climatic conditions of the area. The Catatumbo region has a combination of warm, humid air from the lake and cooler, denser air from the Andes Mountains. When these air masses collide, the result is a constant buildup of electrical charge, leading to the impressive lightning displays. The strikes can reach an astonishing frequency of around 28 lightning bolts per minute, which is among the highest rates recorded in the world. Additionally, the Catatumbo lightning is so remarkable that it has been recognized by the Guinness World Records as the place with the most lightning strikes per unit area. Interestingly, the local people have woven stories and legends around the lightning, believing it to be a powerful force of nature. The phenomenon not only serves as a captivating spectacle, but also plays a role in the local ecosystem, as the lightning helps to fertilize the soil, enhancing the growth of vegetation in the region. Scientists continue to study the Catatumbo lightning, seeking to understand the underlying mechanisms of this extraordinary weather event and its implications for climate science. The phenomenon draws numerous visitors who come to witness this natural wonder, often traveling to designated viewing points where they can safely enjoy the breathtaking sight of the sky, illuminated by thousands of lightning strikes. The Taos hum phenomenon is a mysterious, low-frequency sound that has puzzled residents of Taos, New Mexico, since the early 1990s. This hum, described as a persistent, low-pitched noise, is often likened to the sound of a distant diesel engine idling, though many who hear it claim that it is unlike anything they've ever experienced. Interestingly, studies have shown that only a small percentage of the population can detect this sound, with estimates suggesting that about 2% of Taos residents are affected. The origins of the hum remain a topic of debate, with theories ranging from natural geological activity, such as tectonic shifts, to more unusual explanations involving electromagnetic fields or even secret military experiments. Some locals believe that the sound is a result of industrial sources, like nearby construction or the operation of certain machinery, while others suggest that it could be a psychological phenomenon triggered by the unique acoustic properties of the area. Despite scientific investigations, including studies by the University of New Mexico, the true source of the Taos hum has never been definitively identified, leading to speculation and intrigue. This phenomenon has captured the attention of researchers and curious individuals alike, bringing together a mix of science, folklore, and personal experiences. The hum has also inspired various artistic interpretations, from music to visual art, as it has sparked the imagination of those who ponder its existence. Some residents have sought solutions, attempting to find ways to cope with the sound, while others have embraced it as part of the unique character of their town. The Taos hum remains an enigmatic occurrence, a reminder of the many mysteries that still exist in our world, and it continues to be a source of fascination for those who are drawn to the unexplained. The Bermuda Triangle, a region in the northwestern part of the Atlantic Ocean, has long been a source of fascination and mystery, with many stories surrounding the unexplained disappearances of ships and airplanes. This area, which is roughly defined by points in Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, has earned its reputation as a place where vessels and aircraft have vanished under strange circumstances. One of the most famous incidents occurred in December 1945, when 5 TBM Avenger torpedo bombers, known as Flight 19, disappeared during a training flight. The planes were never found, and a rescue plane sent to locate them also vanished, compounding the mystery. While some believe these disappearances are linked to supernatural forces or extraterrestrial activity, scientists and experts often point to more mundane explanations such as navigational errors, weather conditions, and the region's unique geographical features. One factor contributing to the Bermuda Triangle's reputation is the Gulf Stream, a powerful ocean current that can quickly sweep away wreckage, making it difficult to find missing vessels. Additionally, the area is prone to sudden storms and unpredictable weather patterns, which can catch even experienced sailors off guard. Human error plays a significant role in many of these incidents, as mistakes in navigation, miscommunication, and poor judgment can lead to disastrous outcomes. Moreover, the Bermuda Triangle is one of the busiest shipping lanes in the world, which means that the sheer volume of traffic increases the likelihood of accidents, further fueling the mythos surrounding the area. Some researchers have suggested that magnetic anomalies in the Bermuda Triangle could affect compasses and navigation instruments, contributing to navigational errors. However, studies have shown that such anomalies are not unique to the Bermuda Triangle and occur in other parts of the world as well. A 1975 study conducted by the U.S. Board on Geographic Names found that the number of disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle is not significantly higher than in other heavily traveled regions of the ocean. In fact, many incidents attributed to the Bermuda Triangle have been found to be exaggerated or misreported, as investigations reveal logical explanations for the disappearances. Despite the scientific explanations, many people still find the stories of the Bermuda Triangle compelling, with the allure of the unknown drawing them in. Books, documentaries, and movies have all contributed to the legend, often sensationalizing the events and presenting them as paranormal phenomena. This has led to a culture of intrigue, where the idea of mysterious forces at play continues to captivate the public's imagination. The Great Blue Hole, located off the coast of Belize, is one of the most astonishing natural wonders on our planet. It is a massive underwater sinkhole, measuring about 1,000 feet across and over 400 feet deep. It is part of the Belize Barrier Reef Reserve System, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it attracts divers, researchers, and adventure seekers from all corners of the globe. This stunning geological formation was formed during the last ice age, around 15,000 years ago. When sea levels were much lower, the area was dry land. As the sea rose, it flooded the cave system, creating the magnificent blue hole we see today. The color of the water in the Great Blue Hole is a striking dark blue, which stands in stark contrast to the lighter turquoise shades of the surrounding shallow waters. This vibrant color is due to the depth of the sinkhole and the absence of light, making it a fascinating sight for both aerial views and underwater exploration. The Great Blue Hole is home to a variety of marine life, including sharks, such as the Caribbean reef shark and the nurse shark, as well as colorful fish, corals, and other marine organisms. Divers often report seeing impressive stalactites and rock formations at depths of around 130 feet, remnants of the ancient cave system. The biodiversity and the unique underwater features make it a prime location for scientific research. Marine conservation efforts are essential here, as the health of the reef and its surrounding ecosystems is vital for the local economy and the overall health of our oceans. Interestingly, the Great Blue Hole gained significant fame when the renowned oceanographer Jacques Cousteau declared it one of the top 10 diving sites in the world in the 1970s. His exploration brought global attention, and since then, it has become a hotspot for dive tourism. Many visitors embark on liveaboard trips or guided tours to experience its beauty firsthand. Despite its allure, the Great Blue Hole is not without challenges. Climate change poses a significant threat to coral reefs and marine ecosystems worldwide, including this iconic site. Rising ocean temperatures lead to coral bleaching, which can devastate marine habitats. Also, increased human activity, such as tourism and fishing, can impact the delicate balance of the ecosystem. Thus, conservation efforts are underway to protect this natural wonder. Local organizations and governments are collaborating to promote sustainable tourism practices and safeguard the Great Blue Hole for future generations. The uniqueness of the Great Blue Hole lies not only in its stunning physical appearance. The Antikythera mechanism, often referred to as the world's oldest known analog computer, was discovered in 1901 among the wreckage of a ship that sank off the coast of the Greek island of Antikythera, dating back to around 150,100 B.C. This remarkable device, made of bronze and containing at least 30 gears, was used to predict astronomical positions and eclipses, as well as to track the cycles of the ancient Olympic Games. What is particularly fascinating about the Antikythera mechanism is the complexity of its construction, which showcases a level of engineering and scientific understanding that was not seen again for many centuries. The mechanism has about 37 gears, which are arranged in such a way that they can calculate complex movements, like the phases of the moon and the positions of the planets. Researchers believe that it was likely used by ancient Greeks to make astronomical predictions, serving as a tool for both mariners and scholars. The device's face has inscriptions, which include a calendar with the 4-year cycle of the Olympic Games, indicating its significance in the culture of the time. The craftsmanship of the Antikythera mechanism is astonishing, with the gears being made from high-quality bronze and exhibiting precise engineering that suggests advanced knowledge of mathematics and physics. In fact, some scholars argue that such intricate devices did not reappear until the development of similar mechanisms in the Middle Ages, raising questions about the technological capabilities of ancient civilizations. Moreover, the Antikythera mechanism's discovery has led to extensive studies using modern imaging techniques such as X-ray computed tomography, allowing researchers to analyze the hidden gears and inscriptions without damaging the artifact. This has resulted in new insights, revealing that the device was capable of far more than previously thought, including the ability to predict lunar and solar eclipses, as well as the timing of various festivals in the ancient Greek calendar. The continued research into the Antikythera mechanism offers a glimpse into the sophistication of ancient Greek technology and its impact on the understanding of the cosmos. The Antikythera mechanism has also sparked a widespread interest among historians and enthusiasts alike, leading to numerous reconstructions and exhibitions which aim to shed light on its function and significance. These efforts have brought attention to the broader implications of ancient technology and its influence on contemporary science. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of this ancient artifact, we uncover not just its mechanical wonders, but also the cultural and intellectual achievements of the Moai of Easter Island, also known as Rapa Nui, are some of the most fascinating and enigmatic statues in the world. These colossal stone figures, which range in height from about 10 feet to over 30 feet, were carved from volcanic tuff, a soft rock found in the Rano Raraku quarry on the island. The Moai were created by the Rapa Nui people between 1400 and 1650 CE, and they are believed to represent the ancestors of the island's inhabitants, serving as a way to honor and connect with their lineage. One interesting aspect of the Moai is their unique features. They typically have oversized heads, which can account for about 1/3 of the statue's total height, with prominent brows and elongated noses, often reflecting the idealized traits of the ancestors they represent. The construction and transportation of these massive statues remain subjects of considerable debate and intrigue. Some researchers believe that the Rapa Nui used a sophisticated method of moving the moai upright, rocking them from side to side, while others suggest they might have used sledges and ropes. The sheer number of statues, over 900, scattered across the island, hints at a highly organized society with advanced skills in stone carving and logistics. However, the Rapa Nui faced numerous challenges, including deforestation and resource depletion, which led to significant societal changes and conflicts among the clans. Another captivating aspect is the placement of the moai. Most of them are positioned to face inland, overlooking the villages, which symbolizes their role as protectors of the community, while a few, notably on the Ahu Tongariki, face out to the ocean. This strategic placement raises questions about the cultural beliefs and practices of the Rapa Nui. Additionally, the island's unique geography adds to the mystique. Easter Island is one of the most remote inhabited islands in the world, located over 2,000 miles from the nearest continent, making the achievement of creating such monumental art even more remarkable. One of the most enduring mysteries surrounding the moai is their eyes, which were once made of coral and stone and were intended to bring life to the statues. When the eyes were added, it is said that the statues would see and connect spiritually with the people. The Rapa Nui believed that the moai held mana, a spiritual energy, which gave them power over the land and people. This connection to spirituality and the ancestors is a core part of Rapa Nui culture and speaks volumes. The Forest of Crooked Trees, located in Poland, is a fascinating and mysterious place, renowned for its peculiar shapes and the unique growth patterns of its trees. What makes this forest so intriguing is that it features around 400 pine trees, all of which have a distinct and unusual curvature at their bases, creating an almost whimsical appearance, as if they are frozen in a dance. The trees are estimated to be around 80 years old, and their crooked shapes have sparked much curiosity, along with various theories about how they came to be this way. Some believe that the trees were deliberately shaped by humans for use in boat building or furniture making, as the curved wood could have been valuable for crafting. Others suggest that heavy snowfalls, which could have bent the young trees, or even the growth patterns influenced by the surrounding environment, played a significant role in their unusual forms. However, no definitive explanation has been universally accepted, leaving room for speculation and wonder among visitors and researchers alike. Walking through the forest, one can't help but feel a sense of enchantment, as if they have stepped into a fairy tale, where nature has crafted its own art. The sight of these crooked trees, standing together in a densely packed area, creates an almost surreal landscape, inviting photographers, nature lovers, and curious travelers to explore. The forest itself is situated near the village of Orolki, which adds to its charm, as visitors can enjoy the serene beauty of the Polish countryside while discovering this natural wonder. Interestingly, the Forest of Crooked Trees also raises questions about natural versus human influence on landscapes, prompting discussions about conservation and the importance of preserving such unique ecosystems. While many forests around the world have been altered by human activities, this particular grove stands as a testament to the mysteries of nature, highlighting the balance between human intervention and natural growth. Every visit to this forest offers a new perspective, as the light filtering through the twisted branches creates a unique ambiance, making each experience feel special, almost as if the trees themselves are sharing their secrets. Moreover, the forest has become a popular destination for those seeking a bit of adventure, photographers eager to capture its unusual beauty, and researchers interested in studying the ecological impacts of such unique growth patterns. As people walk through the forest, they often find themselves contemplating the wonders of nature, reflecting on how such a place could exist, and what stories the trees could tell if only they could speak. The Forest of Crooked Trees, with its enchanting, the Giant's Causeway, located on the northern coast of Ireland, is a natural wonder that attracts visitors from all over the world. Its unique geological formations, made up of about 40,000 interlocking basalt columns, were formed by volcanic activity around 60 million years ago, creating a stunning landscape that has captivated the imagination of many. This UNESCO World Heritage Site not only showcases nature's artistry, but also holds a significant place in Irish folklore, with legends telling of the giant Finn McCool, who supposedly built the causeway to cross to Scotland and confront a rival giant. The columns themselves vary in size, with some standing over 12 meters high, and their hexagonal shape adds to the extraordinary appearance, making it look almost like a giant puzzle. Visitors can explore the area on foot, with walking paths leading to breathtaking views of the coastline, providing opportunities to observe the rich biodiversity, including various species of birds and marine life that inhabit the region. The Visitor Center offers insights into the geological history and cultural significance of the site, ensuring that guests leave with a deeper understanding of this natural marvel. The Giant's Causeway is not just a visual spectacle, it also serves as a reminder of the Earth's dynamic processes, illustrating how fire and water interacted over millions of years to create such a remarkable landscape. Furthermore, the site faces challenges from climate change and erosion, which could impact its future, highlighting the importance of conservation efforts to preserve this natural heritage for generations to come. The combination of stunning scenery, rich history, and cultural significance makes the Giant's Causeway a truly iconic destination, one that continues to inspire awe and wonder in all who visit. Spontaneous human combustion, often referred to as SHC, is a phenomenon that has intrigued and baffled people for centuries, with reports of individuals seemingly bursting into flames without any external ignition source. The concept of spontaneous human combustion first came to public attention in the 18th century. Although cases have been recorded throughout history, and the accounts can often sound like the stuff of legends, yet they raise fascinating questions about the human body, fire, and the mysteries of combustion. One of the most famous cases involves a woman named Mary Reeser, who was found dead in her home in 1951, with her body almost completely consumed by fire, while the surrounding area showed minimal damage. Investigators were puzzled, as there were no signs of an external flame, and the temperature required for such a degree of burning seemed impossible to achieve without a source. Theories abound as to how such events could occur, with some suggesting that the body itself could somehow ignite due to a combination of factors such as high levels of fat content, the presence of certain chemicals, or even a static discharge. Interestingly, researchers have explored potential scientific explanations for spontaneous human combustion. One popular theory is the wick effect, which suggests that human fat can act like a candle where the body's fat is absorbed into clothing, allowing it to burn slowly and steadily, while the body itself smolders rather than bursts into flames. However, even this theory leaves many questions unanswered, and the rarity of such incidents adds to the air of mystery surrounding them. Moreover, some experts argue that many cases attributed to SHC may actually be the result of external sources, such as cigarettes or faulty electrical devices, which ignite clothing and create the illusion of spontaneous combustion. This perspective emphasizes the importance of thorough investigation into each reported case, as understanding the context and conditions can often provide credible explanations for what initially appears to be unexplainable. Cultural interpretations of spontaneous human combustion also play a significant role in shaping public perception, as many people are drawn to the sensational aspects of the phenomenon, leading to various portrayals in literature, film, and media. These dramatizations can often exaggerate the details, fueling curiosity but also perpetuating myths that can cloud the actual scientific understanding of the occurrences. Despite the skepticism surrounding spontaneous human combustion, the topic continues to captivate the imagination of those who are interested in the unexplained, prompting ongoing discussions and research into the potential causes and implications of such mysterious events. At Racetrack Playa, located in California's Death Valley National Park, there exists a remarkable phenomenon known as the moving rocks. This flat, dry lakebed is famous for its mysterious stones that seem to glide across the surface, leaving long trails behind them, which has puzzled scientists and visitors alike for decades. The question of how these rocks move without any apparent human or animal intervention has been a subject of fascination. Researchers have found that the movement of the rocks is primarily due to a unique combination of environmental factors. During the winter months, the playa often experiences freezing temperatures at night, which can cause a thin layer of ice to form on the surface. When the sun rises, the ice begins to melt, creating a slippery layer of water beneath it. When strong winds blow across the playa, they can push the rocks, allowing them to slide along the wet, slick surface. This natural process, although not observed directly, has been confirmed by various scientific studies which have documented the movement and the conditions necessary for it to occur. Interestingly, the rocks vary in size, with some being only a few pounds while others can weigh several hundred pounds. Yet they all exhibit the same behavior. The trails left by these rocks can stretch for hundreds of feet, sometimes curving and changing direction, which further adds to the enigma of their movement. The trails, combined with the rocks, create a surreal landscape that draws in photographers, scientists, and curious visitors from around the world. One of the key reasons this phenomenon is so captivating is not just the rocks themselves, but also the broader ecosystem of Racetrack Playa, which is home to a diverse array of wildlife and unique geological features. The playa is surrounded by the Panamint Mountains and other geological formations, creating a stunning backdrop that enhances the beauty of the moving rocks. The scientific community has dedicated significant time and resources to studying this phenomenon, and it has become a popular topic in discussions about geology and environmental science. The moving rocks of Racetrack Playa serve as a fascinating example of how natural forces can create seemingly magical occurrences in our world, prompting us to explore and appreciate the complexity of nature, while reminding us that there is always more to learn about the planet we inhabit. The Northern Lights, also known as the aurora borealis, are one of nature's most stunning spectacles, captivating millions with their vibrant, dancing colors in the night sky. This natural phenomenon occurs when charged particles from the sun collide with atoms in Earth's atmosphere, creating beautiful displays of light that can range from green to pink, and even red, yellow, blue, and violet, depending on the type of gas involved and the altitude of the interaction. The best places to observe the northern lights are typically found in high-latitude regions, such as parts of Norway, Sweden, Finland, Canada, and Alaska, where the magnetic field is strongest, allowing for more frequent displays. Interestingly, the aurora borealis is not limited to just the northern hemisphere. Its southern counterpart, known as the aurora australis, occurs in the southern hemisphere, primarily visible in places like Antarctica and parts of Australia and New Zealand. The lights are most commonly seen during the winter months, when the nights are longer and darker, although they can appear at any time of year. Scientists have discovered that solar activity, particularly solar flares and coronal mass ejections, plays a crucial role in enhancing the brightness and frequency of the auroras, leading to more spectacular shows during periods of increased solar activity, such as during an 11-year solar cycle. The phenomenon has also been steeped in myth and legend, with various cultures interpreting the lights in different ways. For instance, some indigenous peoples of North America believed the lights were the spirits of their ancestors dancing in the sky, while Norse mythology suggests they were the reflections of the Valkyries, warrior maidens who chose those who may die and those who may live in battles, guiding souls to the afterlife. Beyond folklore, the scientific study of the aurora borealis has led to a deeper understanding of atmospheric physics, space weather, and the Earth's magnetic field. The intricate patterns and colors of the auroras can be influenced by several factors, including solar wind speeds and the Earth's magnetic field orientation, leading to variations in intensity and appearance. This variability means that while some nights might offer a breathtaking display, Others may be more subdued, making each viewing unique. For those hoping to catch a glimpse of this natural wonder, it is advisable to check local forecasts and solar activity reports, as conditions can change rapidly. Moreover, the Northern Lights have also inspired various forms of art, literature, and photography, with many artists seeking to capture the ethereal beauty. Oarfish sightings have captured the imagination of many, as these elusive creatures are often associated with deep-sea mysteries and legends. Known scientifically as Regalecus glesnae, oarfish are the longest bony fish in the world, capable of reaching lengths of up to 36 feet or more, although most sightings report smaller individuals. They are characterized by their long, ribbon-like bodies, which can be silver or bluish in color, and their dorsal fin, which runs along the length of their body, giving them a unique and striking appearance. Oarfish typically dwell at depths of 200 to 1,000 meters, making them difficult to observe in their natural habitat. However, they occasionally wash ashore, often after storms, leading to various reports of sightings along coastlines, particularly in Japan, where they are considered omens of earthquakes. These sightings, while exciting, often lead to confusion and misunderstanding, as their unusual appearance can evoke fear or awe, prompting a mix of reactions from beachgoers and scientists alike. The oarfish's rarity in shallow waters contributes to its mystical reputation, as many people believe that these fish are harbingers of significant geological events. In fact, some researchers have studied the correlation between oarfish sightings and seismic activity, although definitive links remain elusive. The fish's deep-sea lifestyle means that they are not often seen, which adds to the intrigue surrounding them. Instances of oarfish washing up on beaches have sparked curiosity and numerous viral stories, leading to speculation about their life cycle, feeding habits, and role in the ecosystem. The oarfish primarily feeds on small fish and zooplankton, using its long, whip-like body to capture prey in the water column. In addition to their biological significance, oarfish have found a place in popular culture, appearing in folklore and stories throughout history, often depicted as sea serpents or creatures of legend, which only heightens the fascination with these deep-sea denizens. Scientists continue to study oarfish to learn more about their behavior, reproduction, and ecology, hoping to uncover more about their lives in the mysterious depths of the ocean, where they dwell, far from human eyes. The oarfish, with its majestic form and enigmatic nature, serves as a reminder of the vast and largely unexplored wonders of our oceans, inspiring both fear and awe as it gracefully navigates the depths, a true marvel of marine life. Red tide algal blooms, a phenomenon that captures both the fascination and concern of coastal communities, occur when certain types of algae, often dinoflagellates, grow rapidly in warm, nutrient-rich waters, leading to discolored water, typically a reddish-brown hue. These blooms can produce toxins that are harmful to marine life, including fish, shellfish, and even birds. One of the most notorious toxins produced during red tide events is called brevetoxin, which can affect the nervous systems of animals and humans, leading to a range of health issues, from respiratory problems to gastrointestinal distress, in those who come into contact with contaminated water or consume affected seafood. While red tide itself is a natural occurrence, several factors can exacerbate its frequency and intensity, including nutrient runoff from agriculture, urban development, and climate change, which contributes to warmer ocean temperatures. Interestingly, not all algal blooms are harmful. Some can even be beneficial, supporting marine ecosystems and serving as food for certain species. However, the harmful varieties, particularly the ones associated with red tide, have been linked to significant economic impacts, affecting fisheries and tourism, as beachgoers and fishermen stay away from areas affected by these blooms. As scientists study the environmental triggers and impacts of red tide, they also explore potential management strategies, such as controlling nutrient runoff and monitoring water quality, to mitigate the effects of these blooms. Researchers use satellite imagery and water sampling to track the spread of red tides, providing valuable data that can help coastal communities prepare and respond appropriately. Moreover, educational outreach and public awareness campaigns are crucial in informing residents and visitors about the risks associated with red tide and promoting safe practices like avoiding swimming or harvesting shellfish in affected areas. The complex interplay of nature and human activity makes understanding red tide algal blooms essential for the health of marine ecosystems and the safety of coastal populations. Deep in the heart of the Congo River Basin, shrouded in mystery and intrigue, lies the legend of Mokel Mbembe, a creature so elusive that many believe it to be a remnant of the dinosaur age. Described by local tribes as a gigantic, long-necked beast resembling a sauropod, Mokel Mbembe is said to inhabit the rivers and swamps of the region, where it is feared and revered by the indigenous people. Stories of this creature have been passed down through generations, painting a picture of a massive animal around 30 feet long, with a long tail and a small head, gliding through the waters and leaving a wake that resembles a small boat. The legend of Mokel Mbembe has attracted the attention of explorers, cryptozoologists, and curious adventurers for decades, sparking numerous expeditions aimed at uncovering the truth behind this mythical creature. Some researchers believe that the stories might stem from sightings of large animals, like crocodiles or hippos, misinterpreted by those unfamiliar with these creatures. Others argue that the dense, uncharted jungles of the Congo could still be hiding undiscovered species, making the possibility of Mokel Mbembe's existence not entirely out of the question. Interestingly, the name Mokel Mbembe translates to one who stops the flow of rivers, which hints at the creature's significant role in local mythology. According to tales, it is said to be a guardian of the waterways, and its presence is believed to bring balance to the ecosystem. The creature has become an essential part of the cultural identity for several tribes, reflecting their deep connection to the land and the natural world. However, despite the many accounts and the fervent enthusiasm of those searching for Mokel Mbembe, there has been no concrete evidence to prove its existence. The remote and often dangerous terrain of the Congo makes it challenging for scientists to conduct thorough research, and many expeditions have ended without any definitive proof. Skeptics argue that the legend is merely a product of folklore, fueled by the human desire to believe in the extraordinary, while believers hold on to the hope that the creature may still be out there, lurking in the shadows of the jungle. In recent years, advancements in technology, such as drone surveillance and environmental DNA sampling, have provided new avenues for research, reigniting interest in the possibility of discovering new species. The green flash at sunset is a fascinating phenomenon that captures the imagination of many, especially those who enjoy watching the sun dip below the horizon. This optical illusion occurs just as the sun sets or rises, and for a brief moment, a green spot can be seen above the upper rim of the sun. While it might sound like something out of a storybook, the science behind it is quite intriguing. The green flash happens due to the refraction of light in the atmosphere. As the sun sets, its light has to travel through more of the Earth's atmosphere, which causes the light to bend. The different colors of light bend at different angles, with blue light bending more than red light, and the green light is right in the middle. For this reason, when the sun is just about to disappear, the green light can be separated and seen for just a split second. Conditions must be just right to catch a glimpse of this rare occurrence. Clear skies, a flat horizon, and little to no atmospheric distortion are essential. It's more commonly seen in tropical and subtropical regions, where the horizon is unobstructed and the air is often clearer. Sailors and beachgoers have long reported sightings of the green flash, and watching for it has become a cherished tradition for many. The experience can feel magical, almost like a fleeting secret that nature shares with those who are paying attention. Interestingly, the green flash isn't just limited to sunsets. It can also occur at sunrise, although it's less commonly witnessed since most people are not awake to see it. While the phenomenon lasts only a few seconds, it has inspired stories and legends. Some people believe that if you see the green flash, it brings good luck, or that it symbolizes a moment of clarity or insight. In terms of scientific exploration, the green flash has attracted the attention of researchers and enthusiasts alike. Some have even attempted to capture it on film, creating beautiful images that showcase the fleeting moment. Moreover, the phenomenon has been studied in relation to atmospheric conditions, leading to a better understanding of how light interacts with air, water, and other elements. So, the next time you find yourself watching a sunset, take a moment to look closely, and you might just be lucky enough to witness the enchanting green flash. The Sargasso Sea, an intriguing part of the North Atlantic Ocean, is known for its unique characteristics, setting it apart from other oceanic regions. Unlike other seas, it does not have any land boundaries, which gives it a distinctive feature of being surrounded by four currents, creating a kind of natural boundary. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Sargasso Sea is its deep blue water, which is often described as being remarkably calm. And this tranquility is due, in part, to the warm temperatures and the lack of significant freshwater input from rivers. The sea is named after the sargassum, a type of floating seaweed that thrives in its waters, creating a haven for various marine life. This floating vegetation provides shelter and food for numerous species, including fish, crabs, and even sea turtles, which often come to the Sargasso Sea to lay their eggs. Interestingly, the Sargasso Sea plays a crucial role in the life cycle of the European and American eels. These eels are born in the Sargasso Sea, and after a long journey, they migrate to freshwater rivers and lakes in Europe and North America to grow and mature. When it's time to reproduce, they make the long journey back to the Sargasso Sea to spawn, completing an incredible life cycle. Moreover, the sea has been a subject of many myths and legends throughout history, often associated with tales of mysterious disappearances and ships losing their way, which has contributed to its enigmatic reputation. The Sargasso Sea is also important for scientific research and conservation efforts, as it is a unique ecosystem that is sensitive to environmental changes. Due to its isolation and the presence of the sargassum, it has been found to host various species that are not commonly found in other parts of the ocean, making it a vital area for biodiversity. However, it faces threats from pollution, climate change, and the increasing amounts of plastic waste that can disrupt its delicate balance. Researchers are working hard to understand the dynamics of this remarkable sea, exploring its ecological significance and the challenges it faces in our changing world. The Sargasso Sea, with its unique characteristics and rich biodiversity, remains a captivating area of study for marine scientists and ocean enthusiasts alike, drawing attention to the need for preservation and protection of such vital ecosystems. The singing sand dunes, also known as the booming dunes, are a remarkable natural phenomenon found in various parts of the world, including places like the Great Sand Dunes National Park in Colorado, the deserts of Mongolia, and even parts of the Sahara. These dunes produce a sound that resembles singing or booming when the sand grains move against each other, and this unique auditory experience can be attributed to a combination of factors, including the size, shape, and composition of the sand particles, as well as the conditions of humidity and temperature in the surrounding environment. The sound itself can vary, sometimes resembling a deep rumble, while at other times it can be a higher-pitched note, akin to a musical tone. Interestingly, not all sand dunes create this phenomenon. The specific conditions required for the sound to occur include the presence of larger grains of sand, which must be rounded, and the right moisture levels. Too much or too little can inhibit the sound production. The mechanics behind this phenomenon involve the movement of sand grains as they slide or collapse under certain conditions, creating vibrations that travel through the air. This captivating occurrence has inspired many cultures and stories throughout history, with some ancient civilizations attributing mystical or spiritual properties to the sounds produced by the dunes. For instance, in some regions, it is believed that the sounds could be the voice of the desert, communicating with those who dare to tread upon its sands. Some tourists and adventurers trek to these locations specifically to experience the singing sand dunes, often finding that the sound is not only enchanting, but also a reminder of the natural world's beauty and mystery. Scientists have studied these dunes to understand the underlying physics of the sound production better. They have found that the sound can be amplified by the shape of the dunes themselves, as the slopes and angles can funnel the vibrations, enhancing their resonance. Observers often describe the experience as surreal, as the booming sounds can seem to emerge from the very ground beneath their feet, creating an immersive connection with the landscape. In addition to their auditory allure, singing sand dunes also offer a visual spectacle, with stunning patterns and shapes formed by wind and time. The interplay of light and shadow on the dunes can create breathtaking vistas, making them popular spots for photography and exploration. In some regions, the dunes are also home to unique ecosystems, where specialized plants and animals have adapted to thrive in such arid conditions, adding another layer of interest for visitors and researchers alike. The phenomenon of singing sand is the Wailing Wall, also known as the Western Wall, is one of the most significant religious sites for Jewish people around the world. Located in the Old City of Jerusalem, this ancient wall is a remnant of the Second Temple, which was destroyed by the Romans in 70 CE, and it has become a symbol of Jewish faith, resilience, and longing for peace. The wall itself stands at about 60 meters long and approximately 18 meters high, made of large limestone blocks, many of which date back thousands of years. It is an awe-inspiring sight, drawing millions of pilgrims and tourists each year, who come to pray, reflect, and leave notes in the cracks of the wall, expressing their hopes and wishes. Interestingly, the Western Wall is not just a single structure. It is part of a larger complex known as the Temple Mount, which holds great significance in Judaism, as well as in Islam and Christianity, making it a focal point for interfaith dialogue, and sometimes conflict. Traditionally, the wall is divided into sections for prayer, with men and women praying separately, which reflects Jewish customs and laws, and visitors often dress modestly as a sign of respect when approaching this sacred site. The notes that people leave in the wall are collected twice a year and buried in a Jewish cemetery, as it is considered disrespectful to leave them there indefinitely. This practice shows the deep reverence that people have for this place. The Wailing Wall has also witnessed significant historical events, from the Six-Day War in 1967, when Israel regained control of East Jerusalem and the Wall, to numerous peace rallies and prayer gatherings, showcasing its role not just as a religious site, but as a symbol of hope and unity. Moreover, the name Wailing Wall comes from the practice of Jews mourning the loss of the temple, and while some may find this term somewhat negative or misrepresentative, many still use it to describe the somber yet hopeful atmosphere that permeates the area. The wall itself has been a site of miraculous stories, where individuals have reported feeling a deep connection to their faith or experiencing profound moments of clarity and peace while praying there. The surrounding area also includes a vibrant marketplace and various religious schools, making it a lively part of Jerusalem, where tradition and modern life coexist. In recent years, the Western Wall has also become a site for various social movements, including women's rights groups advocating for equal prayer rights at the wall, which has the Nazca lines, a series of large geoglyphs located in the Nazca Desert of southern Peru, have fascinated both scholars and tourists alike for decades. Spanning nearly 1,000 square kilometers, these enormous designs, which include various shapes such as animals, plants, and geometric figures, were created by removing the reddish-brown iron oxide-coated pebbles that cover the surface of the desert, revealing the lighter-colored earth beneath. The most remarkable aspect of the Nazca lines is their size, with some of the figures stretching over 1,200 feet long, making them visible primarily from the air. This has led to much speculation about their purpose, as ancient civilizations, with no ability to fly, seem to have created these vast artworks. One common theory suggests that the lines held astronomical significance, serving as a sort of celestial calendar to track the movement of the stars and celestial bodies. Researchers have pointed out that certain lines align with the solstices and equinoxes, indicating that the Nazca people might have used them for agricultural or ritual purposes, marking times for planting and harvesting. Others believe that the geoglyphs could have been part of a religious practice, possibly serving as pathways for worship or offerings to deities, with the figures symbolizing various gods or creatures important to the Nazca culture. However, there are alternative theories, some even more intriguing, one of which suggests that the lines were created as a means of communication with extraterrestrial beings. This idea gained popularity in the 20th century and has been fueled by the sheer scale and complexity of the lines, leading some to wonder whether they were designed to be seen from above, perhaps by flying visitors from other worlds. While this theory lacks substantial evidence, it has certainly captured the imagination of many, inspiring documentaries, books, and even movies. Interestingly, the Nazca lines were largely forgotten until the 1920s, when commercial flights began over the area, allowing for a broader view of these gigantic designs. This newfound visibility led to increased interest, both from archaeologists and tourists, and has spurred numerous studies to understand more about their origins and purposes. In recent years, modern technology, including drones and satellite imagery, has provided new insights into the lines, revealing even more designs that were previously unknown. Conservation efforts have also become paramount as the lines face threats from various human activities, including agriculture and urban development, as well as environmental factors like erosion. The area was crop circles, those intricate patterns that appear overnight in fields, have puzzled people for decades, sparking curiosity, theories, and a fair amount of skepticism. These formations, which are often found in crops like wheat, barley, and corn, can range in size from just a few feet to several hundred feet across, showcasing a variety of shapes, including circles, squares, and even complex geometric designs. While many people believe these crop circles are created by extraterrestrial beings, others argue that they are the work of human pranksters, equipped with planks and ropes, who enjoy creating elaborate designs to mystify the public. The phenomenon gained significant attention in the late 20th century, particularly in the 1980s and 1990s, when reports of these formations surged, leading to a plethora of documentaries, books, and investigations. Interestingly, some researchers have suggested that certain crop circles exhibit changes in the plants, such as altered growth patterns or variations in their molecular structure, adding an additional layer of mystery to the phenomenon. Despite the skeptical view that many crop circles are hoaxes, there are still instances where the origins remain unexplainable, leading to ongoing debates among enthusiasts and scientists alike. Some people have claimed to witness the creation of crop circles, describing strange lights or sounds occurring in the vicinity, which has only fueled speculation about their origins. In fact, one of the most famous crop circles, known as the Arecibo Message Circle, appeared in 2001 and was said to contain a representation of a message sent into space in 1974, further linking the phenomenon to extraterrestrial theories. On the other hand, it's essential to recognize that science has provided some explanations for these mysterious patterns. For instance, a phenomenon known as wind vortex can sometimes create similar patterns in crops, although these are typically less intricate than the more famous designs. Moreover, many scientists urge caution against jumping to conclusions without substantial evidence, emphasizing the need for rigorous investigation and critical thinking. The psychological aspect is also intriguing, as the allure of crop circles has captured the imaginations of artists, writers, and even theorists, leading to a cultural phenomenon that transcends mere curiosity. People travel from around the world to see these formations, and annual festivals celebrate them, turning what could be simple agricultural events into global attractions. In recent years, some crop circles have been created as works of art, with artists collaborating with farmers to produce stunning designs that challenge the perception. In the summer of 1942, a mysterious incident unfolded over the San Francisco Bay Area, which would later be known as the Ghost Blimp Incident. This peculiar event involved a U.S. Navy airship, the L-8, which took off on a routine anti-submarine patrol, but something went terribly wrong. The airship, a large dirigible designed for reconnaissance, was piloted by Lieutenant D.A.H. McNulty and his crewman, Ensign E.H.F. O'Rourke, who were tasked with searching for enemy submarines lurking off the coast. The day began like any other, with the airship rising gracefully into the sky, its large envelope filled with helium, floating over the Pacific. But soon, the mission took a strange turn. As the L-8 flew, it reported seeing an unidentified object, which was believed to be a Japanese submarine, and the crew members were excited, sensing the potential for engagement. However, shortly after this report, communication with the airship suddenly ceased, and it was never heard from again. Hours later, the Ghost Blimp returned to the base, drifting silently back to land. But the scene that awaited on board was unsettling. As the crew examined the airship, they found it eerily empty, with no sign of the two men who had been on board. The lifeboat, which was usually attached to the airship, was found in its place, and the controls were still operational, but the crewmen were missing, and there were no indications of what could have happened to them. Theories began to circulate, ranging from the possibility that they had fallen overboard to the idea that they might have been abducted by aliens, although such claims lacked any credible evidence. Investigators speculated that the crew might have encountered a situation that forced them to leave the airship, perhaps an emergency, but the lack of any concrete evidence left many questions unanswered. The Navy launched an extensive search operation for the missing men, but no trace of them was ever found. The case quickly became a topic of fascination, with newspapers and magazines picking up the story, leading to wild theories about their fate. Some believed they had simply succumbed to the elements, while others suggested that they might have been caught in a sudden storm or an unexpected accident. The lack of any remains or personal belongings added to the mystery, leaving families and investigators in a state of uncertainty. The Spotted Lake, known as Keeluk in the indigenous Okanagan language, is a fascinating natural wonder located in British Columbia, Canada. This unusual lake is renowned for its unique appearance, which consists of various colored spots that appear on its surface during the summer months. The phenomenon occurs due to the high concentration of minerals in the water, including magnesium sulfate, calcium, and sodium, which, as the water evaporates, leave behind colorful mineral deposits. The lake itself has a rich cultural history, as it holds significant importance to the local indigenous communities, who have used its minerals for traditional healing practices for centuries. The lake is not just a visual spectacle. It also plays a crucial role in the local ecosystem, supporting a variety of wildlife. Birds, such as ducks and geese, can often be seen around the lake, attracted by the unique habitat it provides. The changing colors of the lake create a striking contrast against the surrounding landscape, which is characterized by dry, arid terrain, typical of the region. Visitors to Spotted Lake often marvel at the way the spots shift and change throughout the day, influenced by the angle of the sun and the evaporation of water. Interestingly, the lake's mineral-rich mud is said to possess therapeutic properties, drawing those seeking natural remedies. The Okanagan people have long revered this lake, not just for its beauty, but also for its spiritual significance. They tell stories of how the lake was formed and the powerful spirits associated with it, emphasizing the connection between nature and their cultural heritage. While the Spotted Lake is a protected area, access to it can be limited, as it is located on private land. However, there are designated viewing areas where people can appreciate its beauty without disturbing the delicate ecosystem. The lake's distinct patterns and colors have drawn attention from photographers, artists, and nature lovers alike, contributing to its status as a must-see destination in British Columbia. As the summer heat intensifies, the lake's spots become more pronounced, showcasing an ever-changing mosaic that captivates the imagination. The phenomenon of the spotted lake serves as a reminder of the wonders of nature, how minerals, sunlight, and water can come together to create something truly extraordinary, and invites visitors to ponder the intricate relationships between the land, its history, and the people who call it home. The moon dust phenomenon, a fascinating aspect of lunar exploration, has captured the attention of scientists and space enthusiasts alike. When astronauts first landed on the moon, they encountered a fine, powdery substance known as lunar regolith, which is made up of tiny dust particles created by impacts from meteoroids over billions of years. This dust is not just ordinary dirt. It contains a mix of minerals, including silicates, iron, and titanium, and its unique properties have significant implications for future lunar missions. One of the most intriguing characteristics of moon dust is its sharp, jagged texture, which can cling to surfaces, making it challenging for astronauts and equipment alike. During the Apollo missions, astronauts reported that this dust would get into their suits, equipment, and even their lungs, causing irritation and discomfort. Moreover, the moon dust phenomenon has implications beyond just physical challenges. It poses potential hazards for long-term lunar habitation. The dust can create a wear and tear effect on machinery, leading to increased maintenance needs, and it may interfere with solar panels and other equipment essential for sustaining human life on the moon. Scientists are actively researching ways to mitigate these challenges, exploring options such as developing specialized materials and protective gear. Additionally, moon dust has been found to have some very interesting chemical properties. For example, it can potentially be used as a source of oxygen, a resource that would be vital for human survival on the moon. This is due to the presence of oxygen in the minerals found within the dust, which could be extracted through chemical processes. This concept of utilizing local resources, known as in situ resource utilization, is gaining traction as a strategy for sustainable space exploration. The moon dust phenomenon also extends to its scientific value. Scientists believe that studying samples of this lunar dust can provide crucial insights into the history of the moon and even the early solar system. By analyzing the composition and structure of these dust particles, researchers can gain a better understanding of the processes that shaped the moon's surface and how it has evolved over time. Some studies suggest that moon dust may even contain tiny glass beads formed by ancient volcanic activity, which could shed light on the moon's geological past. In conclusion, the moon dust phenomenon is a multifaceted topic that encompasses challenges, scientific opportunities, and the potential for future lunar exploration. As we continue to venture further into space, understanding and addressing the complexities, the polar vortex is a fascinating weather phenomenon, often discussed in the context of extreme winter conditions, particularly in North America and Europe. Essentially, the polar vortex refers to a large area of low pressure and cold air surrounding the Earth's poles, which can sometimes become unstable. When it remains strong, it keeps the frigid air contained, but when it weakens, it can allow that cold air to spill southward, leading to severe winter weather events. This is why, during certain winters, we experience unusually cold temperatures and heavy snowfall in places that typically have milder winters. The term polar vortex has gained popularity in recent years, particularly as social media has made it easier for people to share weather-related information. However, it's important to understand that the polar vortex is not a new phenomenon. It has existed for many years, but our understanding of it has improved significantly. Scientists have been studying it more closely, especially as climate change continues to influence weather patterns around the globe. Some studies suggest that as the Arctic warms, it may lead to changes in the polar vortex, potentially making these cold air outbreaks more frequent or severe. Interestingly, the connection between the polar vortex and climate change is still a topic of active research. Some scientists believe that a weakened polar vortex might be linked to the melting of Arctic ice, which can alter atmospheric circulation patterns. This can create a feedback loop, where changes in the Arctic influence weather patterns further south, affecting millions of people. For example, when the polar vortex weakens, It can lead to extreme cold spells in regions that are normally temperate, as we've seen in recent winters. Alongside the scientific explanations, there are also cultural impacts related to the polar vortex. The term has entered everyday conversation, with weather forecasts often mentioning it during particularly harsh winters. This has led to a greater public awareness of the complexities of weather systems and how they can influence our daily lives, from the clothes we wear to the type of energy we consume for heating our homes. Moreover, the polar vortex has been linked to various weather phenomena, including the occurrence of blizzards and ice storms. When the cold air from the polar vortex moves south, it can collide with warmer, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico, creating the perfect recipe for significant winter storms. These storms can lead to travel disruptions, power outages, and sometimes even dangerous conditions on the roads, highlighting the real world. The Fata Morgana mirage, a fascinating optical phenomenon, occurs when layers of air at different temperatures create unusual images, often resembling distant objects, such as ships or coastlines, that are not really there. This mirage is named after Morgan Le Fay, the enchantress from Arthurian legend, who was said to create illusions. What makes Fata Morgana unique, compared to other mirages, is its distinct layering, which can distort and stretch the images, making them appear taller or more elongated than their actual forms. You might see this effect in polar regions, deserts, or over the ocean, especially when the ground is warmer than the air above it. This temperature difference sets the stage for a complex interaction of light and air, bending the light rays in such a way that they create these mesmerizing illusions. Interestingly, the conditions for a Fata Morgana are specific. They require a temperature inversion, where warm air sits on top of cooler air. This is why you'll often find these mirages during sunrise or sunset, when the temperature differences are most pronounced. For example, sailors have reported seeing ships floating above the horizon, only to find that they were actually much farther away than they appeared. This phenomenon can lead to confusion and sometimes even fear, as it challenges our perception of reality. Moreover, the Fata Morgana can appear in various shapes, sometimes resembling entire cities, which is why it has been a source of inspiration for many myths and legends throughout history. In some cultures, it was thought to be a sign from the gods or the spirits of the sea, guiding sailors towards safety, or conversely, luring them into danger. This optical illusion has also been studied by scientists, who seek to understand the atmospheric conditions that lead to its formation, offering insights not just into physics, but into the nature of light and perception itself. In modern times, as more people venture into remote areas, the Fata Morgana continues to captivate those who witness it, prompting both awe and curiosity. Travelers and adventurers alike share stories of encountering these magical sights, and with the advent of photography, capturing these fleeting moments has become easier, allowing others to experience the wonder of this natural occurrence. Whether viewed as a natural curiosity, a scientific marvel, or a source of folklore, the Fata Morgana remains one of nature's most enchanting spectacles, demonstrating the complex interplay between light, temperature, and our perception of the world around us. The caches phenomenon, an intriguing aspect of chemical reactions, refers to the observation that certain excited states of molecules, particularly in the context of fluorescence and phosphorescence, tend to transition to lower energy states through specific pathways. This phenomenon, named after the American chemist Michael Cascia, who first described it in the 1960s, highlights the importance of molecular symmetry and the arrangement of electronic states. Essentially, Cascia discovered that when molecules absorb light, they often do not emit that light immediately. Instead, they can relax to a lower energy state before they emit fluorescence. This means that the light emitted by these molecules is not always the same as the light that was absorbed, and this has significant implications in fields like spectroscopy and photochemistry. In simpler terms, when a molecule absorbs energy and gets excited, it can take a moment to find the best way to release that energy, which usually happens through a specific route that involves losing some energy in the process, resulting in light of a longer wavelength compared to what was initially absorbed. This is particularly important in understanding how different materials can emit light, which has applications in technology, such as in LED lights and lasers. Cash's findings also help explain why some fluorescent materials can appear to glow differently under various lighting conditions, as the pathways by which they return to a stable state can affect the colors we see. This phenomenon has also led to the development of new materials that exhibit unique optical properties, which are vital for the advancement of display technologies and other optical devices. Researchers continue to explore Cash's phenomenon, seeking to harness its principles to design better light-emitting devices and improve the efficiency of solar cells, where understanding how light interacts with materials is key to enhancing energy conversion. The implications of Cash's work extend beyond just light and color. They touch on the fundamental principles of quantum mechanics and how molecules behave at the atomic level, revealing a deeper understanding of the natural world and the interactions that govern it. Thus, Cash's insights serve as a bridge between fundamental chemistry and innovative applications, showcasing the interconnectedness of scientific phenomena and the ongoing quest for knowledge in the realm of light and energy. As scientists continue to unravel these complex processes, the potential for new discoveries and technologies that can arise from understanding Cash's phenomenon remains vast, pointing to an exciting future where the science of light becomes even more integral to our everyday lives. The siphonophore jellyfish swarm is a fascinating phenomenon that highlights the incredible diversity of life in our oceans. Siphonophores are not your typical jellyfish. In fact, they are colonial organisms, which means that what we see as a single jellyfish is actually made up of many individual polyps and medusoids working together as one. These creatures can form long chains, sometimes stretching up to 40 meters or more, making them some of the longest animals in the world. One of the most well-known species, the Portuguese man-o'-war, is often mistaken for a jellyfish, but it is actually a siphonophore. When these swarms occur, they can be quite a spectacle. Siphonophores are bioluminescent, meaning they can produce light, which adds an enchanting visual quality to their swarming behavior, especially at night. This bioluminescence serves various purposes, including attracting prey and deterring predators. The swarm itself can be a feeding frenzy, as these creatures use specialized cells, called nematocysts, to capture small fish and plankton. However, the presence of a siphonophore swarm can also signal changes in ocean conditions, such as temperature and nutrient availability, making them important indicators of marine health. Interestingly, the way siphonophores swim is quite unique. They use a form of jet propulsion, contracting and relaxing their bodies to push water behind them, allowing them to move gracefully through the water. This movement can create mesmerizing patterns, drawing the attention of swimmers and divers alike. While they are beautiful to observe, it's important to remember that some siphonophores, like the Portuguese man-o'-war, have painful stings that can cause discomfort to humans, so caution is advised when encountering them. In certain regions, especially warmer waters, large swarms of siphonophores can sometimes wash ashore, leading to unusual beach conditions. These swarms can disrupt local ecosystems, as the influx of these creatures can affect the food chain. In some cases, they can even impact fishing industries, as their presence may indicate changes in fish populations or behaviors. Scientists study these swarms not only for their ecological significance, but also to better understand the impacts of climate change on marine life, as rising sea temperatures can affect their breeding and migration patterns. The intricate life cycle of siphonophores also deserves attention. They begin as tiny larvae, which then develop into polyps. The Loch Ness Monster, often affectionately referred to as Nessie, has been a subject of fascination for many people around the world, with sightings dating back to ancient times. The first recorded mention of a creature in Loch Ness appears in a biography of Saint Columba from the 6th century, where he reportedly encountered a large beast in the waters. Since then, numerous alleged sightings have kept the legend alive. In the 1930s, a famous photograph known as the surgeon's photo emerged, showing what appeared to be a large creature in the loch. Although this photo was eventually revealed to be a hoax, it sparked a surge of interest and many more reported sightings. Over the years, various eyewitness accounts have described Nessie as a large creature with a long neck, resembling a plesiosaur, while others suggest it may be a large fish or an otter. The mystery deepens with each new sighting, as people claim to see the creature, often surfacing for a moment before disappearing into the depths of the loch. In the 1980s, sonar technology was used to scan Loch Ness, revealing large, unidentified shapes beneath the surface, which fueled speculation about the existence of a large aquatic creature. Despite numerous investigations, no definitive evidence has ever been found, and scientists remain skeptical, attributing sightings to misidentifications of common animals, floating debris, or even the power of suggestion. However, the allure of Loch Ness has been bolstered by its picturesque surroundings and the rich folklore surrounding the monster, which has become a part of Scottish culture. Local businesses have thrived, capitalizing on the legend of Nessie, with tours, souvenirs, and even Nessie-themed restaurants, drawing tourists from all over the globe, making Loch Ness not just a geographical landmark, but a cultural phenomenon. As the stories of Nessie continue to intrigue, many people are captivated by the idea that something mysterious and ancient could still be lurking in the depths, waiting to be discovered. While the scientific community remains cautious, the charm of the Loch Ness monster persists, encouraging further exploration and curiosity about one of the world's most enduring mysteries. The vanishing island of Bermeja is a fascinating topic, steeped in mystery and intrigue that has captured the imagination of many. Located in the Gulf of Mexico, Bermeja was thought to be a small island, appearing on maps as early as the 16th century, but it seems to have vanished from modern nautical charts. This raises a number of questions. How did an island, once believed to exist, simply disappear? The island was supposedly situated off the Yucatan Peninsula, and its existence was significant, especially because it could potentially affect territorial waters and maritime claims. Some researchers believe that the island may have been a sandbar, which could have eroded over time, or perhaps it was never there at all, a mere cartographic error. The legend of Bermeja deepens when you consider various theories proposed over the years. Some suggest that the island was deliberately removed from maps to obscure its location, possibly due to its potential oil reserves, which would explain why it could be so crucial for various countries in the region. This idea resonates with those who enjoy a good conspiracy theory, as it evokes thoughts of hidden treasures and secretive government agendas. Others have speculated that Bermeja might have been a victim of climate change, with rising sea levels submerging what was once land. Interestingly, the search for Bermeja has drawn attention from scientists and explorers alike. Various expeditions have been launched to locate the island, using modern technology such as sonar and satellite imagery, but so far, they have yielded no solid evidence of its existence. The island's disappearance has sparked debates among historians, geographers, and even environmentalists who ponder the implications of its loss. One particularly captivating aspect of this tale is the way it highlights the limits of our understanding of geography and how things can change over time, sometimes quite dramatically. The allure of Bermeja doesn't just lie in its vanishing act, it also symbolizes the rich history of cartography and the ways in which our maps depict the world around us. Maps are not merely tools for navigation, but they also reflect the knowledge, beliefs, and even biases of their creators. The story of Bermeja serves as a reminder that even our most trusted sources of information can be flawed or incomplete. Furthermore, it raises important questions about the impact of human activity on natural landscapes, as we consider the potential disappearance of other landforms around the globe, whether due to climate change, erosion. The Hypogeum of Alsaflieni, located in Malta, is an extraordinary prehistoric underground burial site, which dates back to around 4000 BCE, making it one of the oldest known man-made structures in the world. This fascinating site was discovered in 1902 by workers who were quarrying stone, and it has since captivated archaeologists and historians alike due to its intricate design and the mystery surrounding its purpose. The hypogeum is a remarkable example of the advanced architectural skills of the ancient Maltese people, featuring a series of interconnected chambers, some of which are elaborately decorated with carvings and red ochre, a pigment that was commonly used in prehistoric art. Interestingly, the hypogeum is not just a burial site, it is thought to have been a place of worship and ritual as well. Some researchers suggest that the chambers may have served as a sanctuary for the deceased, where families could honor their ancestors, while others believe it could have been a space for communal gatherings. The acoustics within the chambers are quite remarkable, with certain areas producing resonant sounds, which has led some to theorize that music or chanting may have played a significant role in the rituals conducted there. One of the most striking features of the hypogeum is its burial chambers, which contain the remains of approximately 7,000 individuals, providing significant insight into the funerary practices of the time. The careful placement of the remains, along with the various artifacts found within the site, including pottery, tools, and figurines, suggests that the people of ancient Malta had complex beliefs about life after death. The presence of small, human-like statuettes, known as fat ladies, has sparked much discussion among scholars, as they may represent fertility or a mother goddess figure, highlighting the culture's connection to spirituality and reverence for life. The preservation of the hypogeum has been a challenge over the years, as the site is vulnerable to environmental changes and human activity. In response, conservation efforts have been put in place to protect this UNESCO World Heritage Site, which attracts thousands of visitors each year. The atmosphere inside the hypogeum is both eerie and awe-inspiring, as the dim lighting casts shadows on the ancient walls, and the cool, damp air adds to the sense of mystery. Tour guides often share stories of the site's discovery and the ongoing research that continues to shed light on its significance. Moreover, the hypogeum has sparked interest in star jelly, a curious phenomenon, has baffled scientists and enthusiasts alike for centuries, often appearing as a gelatinous substance, which some believe falls from the sky, especially during meteor showers or thunderstorms. The name itself has sparked intrigue, suggesting a connection to the stars, yet the truth behind it remains elusive. Reports of this strange material date back to ancient times, with descriptions varying widely, from a translucent, jelly-like substance to a more viscous, slime-like consistency. Some witnesses claim it has a faint, sweet scent, while others describe it as having a more unpleasant odor. The origins of star jelly have led to various theories, with some suggesting it is a type of terrestrial algae or even a byproduct of decaying organisms, while others propose it might be extraterrestrial in nature, potentially related to comet dust or meteoric events. Scientific explanations have attempted to demystify this phenomenon, indicating that what people often refer to as star jelly might actually be the remains of certain life forms, such as frog spawn or fish eggs, which can take on a jelly-like appearance when exposed to the elements. Additionally, some researchers believe that the substance could be related to a rare type of slime mold, which can appear suddenly and in unusual locations, further adding to the mystery. In some cases, the substance has been found in areas where meteor showers have been reported, leading to speculation about a connection between these celestial events and the appearance of star jelly. Despite various studies, the lack of a definitive explanation has kept the mystery alive, with some enthusiasts even attributing a supernatural element to star jelly, claiming it is a sign from the universe or an omen. Local legends and folklore often embellish the tales surrounding star jelly, with some cultures viewing it as a miraculous substance, believed to have healing properties or even connections to otherworldly beings. This blend of science, myth, and sheer curiosity ensures that the mystery of star jelly continues to captivate the imagination of many, inviting questions about the natural world and perhaps the universe beyond our own. Each new sighting sparks renewed interest as people share their experiences and theories, adding layers to an already rich tapestry of speculation and wonder. In the dense jungles of Costa Rica, a fascinating yet enigmatic discovery has captured the attention of archaeologists and historians alike. The mysterious spheres, often referred to as the stone balls of Costa Rica. These perfectly round stones, some measuring over 2 meters in diameter, have sparked theories and debates regarding their origin, purpose, and the ancient culture that created them. The spheres were first documented in the 1930s, when workers began clearing land for banana plantations, revealing these remarkable artifacts, which are made primarily of a material known as granodiorite, a type of granite. The sheer size and precision of these spheres are astonishing, leading many to question how ancient people, without modern tools, could have achieved such craftsmanship. Some researchers suggest that the spheres may have served as symbols of power or status, indicating the wealth of the person or group that possessed them. Others theorize that they could have been used in rituals or as astronomical markers, aligning with celestial events. The most famous site, located in the Keys Delta, contains dozens of these spheres, and some are even arranged in specific patterns, adding to the mystery surrounding their purpose. Interestingly, the spheres vary in size and weight, with some weighing as much as 16 tons. This raises further questions about the technology and labor force available to the ancient societies that created them. Some archaeologists posit that these cultures, flourishing between 500 and 1500 AD, were more advanced than previously thought, with complex social structures and skilled artisans capable of shaping such massive stones. The spheres are also found in other parts of Central America, although the ones in Costa Rica are the most concentrated and diverse, showcasing a unique aspect of the region's cultural heritage. Despite extensive research, the exact meaning and function of the spheres remain elusive. Many local legends circulate about their significance, with some stating that they were created by the Keys culture, a group known for their skill in stonework. However, the interpretation of these legends varies widely. While some believe they were created as markers for burial sites, others view them as offerings to the gods or symbols of fertility. Moreover, the spheres have attracted international attention, not just for their historical significance, but also for the allure of their mysteries. Some theories even venture into the realm of the extraordinary, suggesting alien involvement or ancient astronauts. While these ideas are often dismissed by scholars, they highlight the sphere's impact on popular culture and the human imagination. In 201, the Woolemi pine, a tree species that was thought to be extinct, was rediscovered in 1994 in a remote gorge in the Woolemi National Park, located in New South Wales, Australia. This remarkable find, which stunned botanists and conservationists alike, revealed a species that had been around since the time of the dinosaurs, roughly 200 million years ago. The Woolemi pine, scientifically known as Wollemia nobilis, belongs to a family of trees known as Araucariaceae, which also includes the famous monkey puzzle tree and the Norfolk Island pine. The tree can grow up to 50 meters tall, has distinctive dark green leaves that look a bit like a fern, and produces unique bubbly cones. It thrives in a specific habitat, with moist, sheltered, and shaded areas that provide protection from harsh weather conditions. Its rediscovery was not just a botanical wonder, it was also a significant moment in conservation history, as it highlighted the importance of protecting natural habitats and the need for biodiversity. The area where the Woolemi pine was found is so sensitive that access is highly restricted to protect the small population of these trees, which is estimated to number only around 100 individuals in the wild. Scientists have been working diligently to propagate the species, and in 2006, the Woolemi pine was made available for cultivation, allowing people to grow this ancient tree in their own gardens, while ensuring that the wild population remains protected. The rediscovery of the Woolemi pine has also sparked interest in the study of ancient plant species and their evolutionary history, as researchers seek to learn more about how this tree survived for millions of years and what it can tell us about climate changes in the Earth's past. The tree serves as a living link to our planet's prehistoric past, and its story is a reminder of the fragility of ecosystems and the importance of conservation efforts. The floating islands of Euros, located on Lake Titicaca, which straddles the border of Peru and Bolivia, are a fascinating example of human ingenuity and adaptation. These islands are made entirely of totora reeds, which grow abundantly in the lake. The Euros people, who have lived on these islands for centuries, craft their homes and even their boats from these reeds, creating a unique lifestyle that is closely tied to their environment. The islands themselves are not fixed. They float on the lake, and the Euros people have developed a system to maintain their homes, adding layers of reeds to the surface as the bottom layers decay. This constant maintenance is essential, as the islands can shift and change in size due to the natural movement of the water. The Euros people have a rich cultural heritage, with traditions that include music, dance, and colorful clothing. Their way of life is deeply connected to the lake, which provides fish and other resources, making their community self-sustaining. Visitors to the islands can experience their unique culture firsthand, often participating in traditional activities, such as fishing or weaving, who originally built these islands to escape from the Incas and other tribes. Interestingly, the Euros have adapted to modern influences while still preserving their traditions. Some families now welcome tourists, offering boat rides and selling handicrafts, which helps them sustain their way of life in the face of changing times. The islands are also a prime example of sustainable living, as the Euros utilize the natural resources around them without depleting them. The totora reeds are harvested carefully, ensuring that the ecosystem remains balanced. However, the floating islands of Euros are facing challenges due to climate change and tourism. Rising water levels, as well as pollution from nearby communities, threaten the delicate balance of this unique environment. The Euros people are working to raise awareness about these issues, emphasizing the importance of protecting their home and ensuring that future generations can continue to live on the floating islands. Furthermore, the Euros have a fascinating belief system that includes elements of both traditional Andean spirituality and influences from Christianity. This blend of beliefs is reflected in their festivals and rituals, which often celebrate the natural world and the spirits of the lake. The community gathers for these events, reinforcing bonds among families and preserving their cultural identity. As many people become more aware of the importance of preserving indigenous cultures, the floating islands of Euros serve as a